All right, hello everyone. Welcome. This is Submariner plays U-boat, and so our last episode, we were starting the Norway campaign, and we had done the escort for the troop ship, um, and it went about as well as can be expected, I guess. Terrible weather, and ended up in a gunfight with two of the co- two of the corvettes that were left. We did have another U-boat helping us, which was nice. So it kind of evened the odds a little bit. Um, but one of the things I was worried about was that I feel like I was like the Norway campaign. What I had remembered from before was it was just basically escorting. You escort the troop ships, and you do that like 3 times or something. That was what I had remembered, and I don't know if I had remembered wrong or if they updated it. But now, after doing a little bit of investigation and checking things out, I saw that there is another Norway campaign that's basically like the convoy uh, patrols. And so we're going to go ahead and select the Norway campaign and then and patrol an area. The next thing I do, the other thing I want to do real quick is make some corrections to my last video because I'm not a mechanic. Um, Hopefully that's obvious or not too obvious, but yeah. I'm I was a sonar technician, sonar operator. Um, so my knowledge of some of the equipment is can be either dated or not exactly the correct, and I do try to correct things. So and please feel free to correct me too uh, in the comments when we can. I'm not sure when I can comment stuff, but anyways, I'm not sure when YouTube will let comments go through or not. I haven't seen any comments, so I'm assuming that you have to reach a certain number of subscribers or views before they allow comments, which is interesting. But anyways, I'm going to make a correction. I just want to go down through to the diesel engine and make some corrections there. Um, Now, the the video I watched about the diesel explained how the diesel works, and it was for U.S. submarines. It said, and this was a video from like the 60s or 50s or something. It was a black and white old video talking about the operation of the submarines. But we're going to talk about some the diesel for the actual U-boat Type 7 here, and after doing some further research, I realized I made a critical error. But anyways, let's select that Norway campaign and uh, get that started, and then we'll go down to the diesel engine and talk about it real quick.
Beim BDU wird viel über Ihre letzte Patrouillenfahrt geredet. Gute Arbeit. Dies sind die heutigen Aufträge vom BDU. Streng geheim.
All right, so you see here, there's a Norwegian campaign escort duty, but there's also a Norwegian campaign patrolling a sector. So that's what I'm going to choose. It says here that it's medium difficulty, uh, but we have to sink uh, enemy ships with a tonnage of at least 7,000 tons. I think that's doable. Definitely. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right. So let's get down to the diesel engine here. All right, so one of the things that here we are at the diesel engine, and one of the things that I had talked about was from the video I watched on U.S. subs. It was a 1960s, 1950s video on the submarine operations and the electrical system and all this. And one of the things it said is the diesel engines charge uh, have an electric motor that charges the batteries, which flow to the I don't know if they go directly to the e motors or to the batteries in the e motors. I can't remember. But anyways, that's actually for the U-boats. That's not exactly correct. So here there is a clutch. Um, if you're uh, uh, familiar with engines, engines have a clutch in here, and the drive shafts are not, they don't go directly attached to the engine all the way to the propeller. That's not how it works. Um, so um, there's a clutch, I believe, in here that allows the to the engine to transmit its its power to the shaft. And so there's a clutch here uh, right after the diesel, and then it goes through the electric motor, and then the electric motor has another clutch somewhere in here. Um, Somewhere in here is the main clutch. But anyways, also one of the things I read is that with the diesels on the U-boat, at least with the M.A.N diesels, um, uh, they use compressed air to start the reverse uh, for these diesels. So they use compressed air to start the engine, but when they want to go to reverse, they use compressed air to force the engine to go in reverse, I guess, something like that. But there is information on the YouTube that you can find about that. Uh, Hopefully, this kind of gets you interested in the operation of the diesels. It's sparked some interest. And so, and I apologize if I steer you guys wrong. Uh, Please, just feel free to correct me. Um, Understand that I'm not an expert by any means, though I try to be as accurate as I can be. Um, so, anyways, okay, let's get this party started.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Schneller, schneller!
All right, here we are going through the docks or the locks of Wilhelmshaven, headed out to sea. Um, I don't know if I wanted to catch it right when it was lowering or raising the levels, but they do simulate tides in the game. So when you go through these locks, um, the locks might lower or raise, depending on the level of the outside ocean there. Right? Depending on the tides. So, anyways, just thought I'd kind of show that. All right, let's just continue on our way. All right, so we've reached our patrol area. As you can tell, it's pretty bad storm going through here, and visibility is really poor. Just going to kind of follow the patrol area. Just kind of go on a little search pattern. I don't think it's a good idea to be engaging. This is not the best weather for engaging in any attacking merchants or engaging any combat, because it's just impossible just about to get a good attack on there. It's not really worth it. Especially this area is really shallow, so if we do have a destroyer that comes after us, we can we don't have a lot of depth to get out of the way, and we barely see them, right? Don't have a lot of distance, so if they come at us, we could very quickly lose the ship, lose our boat. So let's get in a good position. Let's hope the weather changes, and we can actually start our actual patrol, I guess, or our actual hunt. Right now, we're just going to try to survive the ocean. All right, the storm has passed, and we're in the northern part of our patrol area. There are several U-boats close in this area. Looks like there is I was going to say, it looks like there's some merchants or a convoy back there. The weather just has cleared up not that long ago. So these merchants, I didn't see them before. Just the visibility was pretty bad with all the rain. So we might check them out and see what we have over there. We got a depth of about 80 meters, which is not great, but better than 15 meters and 20 meters, which it was plenty of times in the southern part of this patrol sector. So let's go check them out, see if they have anything that's worth it for us to sink.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Bestätigt.
All right, so we've gotten ahead of the convoy, just at the northern edge of our patrol area. Seas are better than they were, but it's daylight, and so I think one of the things is for visibility for our periscope. Definitely, it's going to be an issue. We'll see how it goes. There was a U-boat that was in the area that looked like it had taken some shots at this convoy. But let's see if we can get our chance to whittle it down a little bit more. The other U-boat ran off. I don't know if it ran out of torpedoes or what the issue was, but it ran off. At least that's what I saw on the map. Was U-296, I think, just heading west. So we're north of the convoy. Convoy's heading north by northeast, and so let's see if we can get in position here. All right, so we got the convoy in our sights. For some reason, I'm unable to lock onto the I don't know what happened here. Nice. Velocity 7. Course. Set. Distance. Yeah, let's call it that.
Rohr 1 bewässern. Rohr 3 bewässern.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Rohr 1 bewässert.
there.
Los!
Bewässert.
Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and lock onto our county class cruiser. Definitely county class. Right. Yep. Okay, velocity, we're going to call that 7. Most convoys go about that. Same course. Distance. Set.
Rohr 2 bewässern. Rohr 4 bewässern.
Rohr 2 fertig. Rohr
Shit.
4
Los!
fertig.
All right. Okay, that said it missed. I have no idea why. It was a perfect setup. It looked like it went right under the boat, under the ship. Just blows my mind. I think there's some.
Treffer.
Okay.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Got one hit on the. One hit on the cruiser.
Rohr 1 bewässern. Rohr 2 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 2 fertig.
Los!
Fehlschuss. Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel.
Looks like the cruiser is really low by the bow. should have hit by now.
Treffer.
Oh, there we go.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
All
Treffer.
right. All right, she's going down. I really want to get this one there. This merchant. Why I haven't had any luck, I have no idea. Really kind of bums me out. Hey, come on guys, let's load up their torpedoes here. Why are they not loading up torpedoes? These guys. Come on.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloy.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and try for this one here. Distance set. All right, let's get these loaded. Come on, gentlemen.
Rohr 4 geladen.
Rohr 4, bewässern!
Rohr 4 fertig.
Los!
Okay. See if hopefully I get lucky on this one.
20 Sekunden. Zehn Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Should have been hitting by now. Should have hit. Something's wrong with my torpedoes. Something's definitely wrong with these torpedoes here.
Rohr 3, bewässern!
How are they not? I don't understand. They
Rohr
should be
3
hitting. I
bewässert.
mean, it's as shallow as I can get them.
Los!
They definitely should be hitting. I may need to restart. I don't know if it's something's wrong with the game. Sometimes I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know. It's just. I know they were having depth issues with some of the torpedoes in the early war, but these are new type torpedoes, I thought. So we'll see. I'm not sure if the game actually models that. We'll see.
Treffer. Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Finally, huh? Just as shallow as I can get it, but doesn't seem like it's really done much.
Rohr 1, bewässern!
might need to take care of her.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los!
I'm afraid she's not going down as fast as I want her to go. So.
Rohr 2 geladen.
All right. So I think we're just going to have to exit this. We're going to exit this convoy, get out of the way, and come back for another chance on the way back. All right. As we were exiting that other convoy, we ran into another convoy, and so we're going to go ahead and see if we can take a piece off of this convoy here.
Rohr 2, bewässern!
Rohr 2 fertig.
Los!
Go ahead and try to reverse course and see if I can use my stern torpedoes.
Ging daneben, Herr Kaloy.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and set it for. Set it for 8 knots, I think, this time, or maybe just try it and see what happens here. I feel like it's just 8 knots because they feel like they're going a little bit faster, but we'll see. No, they're going, I'll say 8 knots. Distance. Set. Course. That's fine.
Rohr 5, bewässern!
Let's try this again.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
Los!
Feindliches Schiff wurde getroffen.
All right, so one of the good things about going from the side on convoys is if you miss one, you might hit another. I Can't tell which one it is. It's hard to tell how much damage it's done. This is a Wolfpack attack on this convoy. Seems like the convoy is kind of converged, and there are a lot of submarines in the area, and a lot of destroyers too. Kind of hoping this one will sink here.
Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
So, yeah. I don't know if she's going to sink or not. They're not abandoning ship yet. And they did, seem like they, oh, the fires are still raging. Fires are still going on. Fires are spreading, it looks like. Got a pretty good damage control team on this this boat. I can say that. It looks like they brought the fires under control, but he's hurt pretty bad. Oh well, we tried. All right, I thought she was going to get away from us, but looks like the boat, looks like the ship, the merchant, the abandoned ship. Don't know. They were looked like they were doing pretty good, taking care of the fires, but she's still floating. You know, if she's still floating, I don't know why. I don't know if I'd abandon ship if it's still floating. But let's got a lot of depth charges going around. A lot of submarines in the area. But so let's try to
Ein Sonar hat uns
make sure we get out of the way.
50.
All right, we're going deep. Got a destroyer right above us.
Herr Kaloi, ein Sonar hat uns geortet.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Schiffsschrauben direkt über uns, Herr Kaloi.
All right, we're gonna rig for depth charges here. We're gonna try to give them the slip.
Herr Kaloy?
All right, here we are. We're gonna try to finish off. So we evaded those the destroyers. They didn't seem too interested in sticking around. We're gonna try to finish this merchant off. She's stubborn, doesn't want to sink. So we're gonna try to finish her off. We didn't have a lot of luck with these with the torpedoes,
Feuer an Deck!
which was kind of poor. I didn't want to fire, but oh well. Fires, it might bring the destroyers back. But let's hopefully we can get this sunk. I'm hoping it'll give us our 7,000 tons.
Wir haben ihn, Sie sinken!
All right. So let's store our gear. Go ahead and secure from battle stations. Give everybody some rest. You can see in the distance there, convoy. We're going to try to pick up these survivors real quick for the points. All right. So we're running on the surface. We're faster on the surface. We are submerged, and I want to try to get away. We're going at flank speed, so I'm going to try to get away from this area. Hope that get this. Let's get our air going here. We're going to hope that these destroyers give up on us. I don't think that they're going to be much faster than us. I'm hoping they'll give up on us. There are about 3 or 4 other U-boats in this area, all hunting these convoys that have been set up. But we definitely are. I want to say in a hot zone. So let's get away as far as we can. And maybe we're out of torpedo. Well, we got 1 torpedo, stern torpedo left. That's it.
Wechseln auf E-Motor! Schneller, schneller!
All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the diesel engines and kind of get a little bit more details here. Obviously, these are just kind of representations. They're not full representations of diesel engines. But one of the things I'm not sure if we had talked about the glow plugs on diesel engines, and I don't want to make sure we understand that I correct myself here, because I don't remember what I was saying this might be, but this is the lube oil injector. So there should be I don't know if there should be a valve somewhere, or a lever that you can pump. This is supposed to be connected. This lube oil injector should be connected to the rods here, and that'll inject lube oil into the cylinders, make sure that they're lubricated. There should be another valve, another lever here for your startup. I don't see it. These levers here are for your engine speed and I believe direction too. Here is your cylinder head temperatures. They're not. They don't actually model the cylinder head temperatures, obviously, on this game. But these are your cylinder head temperatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cylinders, right? I'm not sure exactly what this is. I'm pretty sure these are each cylinder head temperature. I'm not sure what exactly this is. Somebody might be able to tell me in the comments. But one of the other things I wanted to point out too, I did mention the clutch. There is the flywheel there down there too, right? This is for charging, I believe. Charging the, looks like it has some rotors for charging batteries. And I'm not sure if there's a supercharger. If there was a supercharger, it would be in this area. And what it does is it takes. So the supercharger is it's a should be like a Bucci or Buki type. I can't pronounce that charger from BBC Mannheim. And so the supercharger has a blower, and that blower increases the scavenging of the combustion chamber, right, of the cylinders after the power stroke, and it cools the piston surface and the cylinder heads and exhaust valves, as well as it fills the cylinders with a greater volume of air for the power cycle. So it provides more air for the combustion. The intake air is supplied by the turbo blower. So I don't know if this is the turbo blower or not. I don't know if this represents the turbo blower or not. And the turbo blower, the drive takes place via a turbine propelled by the exhaust gases. So as the exhaust gases are going through here, it runs a turbine, and that runs the blower. And the exhaust turbine and intake blowers are assembled in the back here, right? So that's that part of the diesel engine that we're talking about. One of the other things I wanted to kind of point out too is if you saw on the movie Das Boot, if you've seen that, it's a great movie. Well worth watching it. I like the director's cut, or even the extended version. Great too. But anyways, you'll see that they kind of open these valves here. These are kind of these valves are open you can open them up to the cylinder heads, I believe, and the color of the flame indicates how if you have an issue with the cylinder combustion, the load on the engine, right? And so the color of the flame can tell you that, I guess, what condition is. Do you need to adjust your fuel? Do you need to adjust the fuel for each of the cylinders and stuff? So, anyways, the other thing I wanted to point out here is that this is the electrical engine, obviously. This here is and I believe this is the clutch. So there's two clutches, right? You got the flywheel from and then the clutch, and then you got a electric motor, the clutch, the second clutch here, right? One of the other things, one of the other things is, I've heard some people say that that you can't reverse these diesel engines. That it's actually had to be done through the electrical motors, but I don't know if that's true, because what I read is that this is direct from the document that talks about the machinery for the M.A.N engines. It uses compressed air to reverse these diesel engines. Somebody, please feel free to correct me. I'd love to have an A-ganger or somebody knowledgeable about these diesel engines to give me some insights. All right. So that is as much as I can tell you at this moment. One of the other things I think too important to understand is lube oil you have your oil down here too, right? These are tanks, and obviously as it lubricates the shaft here, not the propeller shaft, but the rocker shaft. I don't know I can't remember what you call that on the engines. Somebody will let me know, or I'll find out. I forget the name for this. But the pistons are attached to that, and of course, obviously they turn it, right? But and then here for the port starboard engines, electrical engines, I mean. These look a little bit different than the V2C that I was looking at, watching a video on the Type 7 C41. Had a little bit different electric motors. They didn't have these levers. They actually had these wheels, which is interesting. We also talked about we didn't talk about the batteries. Pretty simple. You have batteries underneath this deck here, and in the officers' quarters you have batteries. So, and there's two banks of 62 cells. They're set up they're set up in 6 rows on step-shaped iron stands, right? And they're all linked together. One of the things, one of the stories my dad told me is on when he was on the diesel boat. Those batteries, I would after his story, telling me the story that he told me, I just really would not want to go down there to it'd be scary to go down there in the battery compartment. So what happened, the story he told me, is that one of the mechanics was going down to do an inspection on the batteries, and he didn't take his ring off, his wedding ring, and you don't want to have any conducting metals on you when you're doing that. And so what happened is he went down there with his wedding ring to do the inspection on the batteries, and a connection was made with his wedding ring. Something happened, and that was all that was left of him, was a melted piece of metal, was the wedding ring. What my dad had said, it was just, that was it. He just had that piece of metal, was all that was left. The wedding ring, all melted and stuff, which
Diese Routine bringt mich um.
which is
Jeden Tag
just
das Gleiche.
kind of, the amount of electricity going through there. I just couldn't fathom it. It just yeah, it's just scary and amazing. There's a lot of power in those batteries. So anyways, back to the E-motor. All right, so the E-motors, they also help drive the propeller shaft. When the boat is submerged, the E-motors do. Each of these E-motors is fan cooled, so they got a fan in the front, I'm assuming, and it blows throughout the motor. It's direct current, and there's this. I don't know if this is, but this might be the AC/DC. What do you call that? The translator. What's that name? Let me think about it for a sec here.
Up there is the hoist for the CE generator to prevent overcharging your batteries. Thing up here that if you go so fast that you would exceed this 120 volts, of course you still can always open the breakers to prevent overcharging your batteries. Thing up here that we already have seen multiple times is a converter which has a DC motor that powers an AC generator. But times is a converter go so fast that you would exceed this 120 volts, of course you still can always open the breakers to prevent overcharging your batteries. Thing up here that we already have seen multiple times is a converter which has a DC motor that powers an AC generator. But I don't really have an idea what alternating current could be used for here. Yeah, maybe some pump or ventilation fan.
So I believe this is maybe DC to AC converter. Converts DC to AC, maybe for running the electrical pump here. I'm not sure what it might be used for, but I believe that's what it is. It's a DC to AC converter, and it converts DC to alternating current, maybe to run the electrical pump. Or some other pumps within the boat. Let's see. So the electrical motors, the fan cooled, direct current, double armature, with compound winding and commuting poles. They can be run in series or in parallel. And the cooling is should be some kind of fan. I'm assuming there's a fan in here to cool this with a so there's a blower here that cools the motor. And that the exhaust air is cooled again by fresh water somewhere. But that is kind of a little walkthrough of and correction for some of the stuff on the boat here. Oh, no, wait a minute. You know what? I bet that's maybe this is the DC to AC generator. I mean, it looks like it, but I can't really tell. I thought. Yeah. So I'm gonna call this the DC to AC. Sorry, converter. And so it provides AC current for generators maybe for electric compression. I don't know. I think that might be it. But this, of course, is the ventilation system. All right. This is operating. So in the game, you can turn on the ventilation system. You might do that if you're down, if you're running out of oxygen. It can help provide some ventilation throughout the ship, but it does use a lot of your electrical power. So thank you guys for bearing with me. Hopefully, you know, I will make any corrections if I make a mistake. You know, if I call something that isn't what it is, please feel free to correct me. You guys can tell me you don't know what you're talking about, and I'll agree. You know, I do have just a limited knowledge of this stuff from what I've read, and some of it from being qualified. But again, that was a while ago, and so I'm not an expert. Is what I'm trying to say. We'll continue on our patrol here. We've got one torpedo left, and hopefully we can just finish out the patrol and head on home, and then go on our next patrol. I try to keep the door closed because it gets really noisy, and that kind of helps a little bit.
Diese Routine bringt mich um. Jeden Tag das Gleiche.
Wechseln auf Dieselmotor.
All right. So we finished our patrol area. We did the required distance in the patrol area. So we're going to go ahead and head on home. We are really low on. I got maybe 1 or 2 torpedoes left. I think we accomplished all our goals. I think it's time for us to head on home. Make this a short patrol for our crew, especially after all that excitement on that Wolfpack attack on the convoy. So we're gonna go ahead and head home. Maybe we'll meet a merchant on the way home. But see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. Here we are back in the locks. As you can tell, looks like they're raising the water level in the docks there. It's kind of hard to tell, but looked like they were. I just popped in from the map, so I kind of missed that part. One of the things about the game is, at least I seem to have trouble. It seems to want to, if the map is showing the submarine and when it's getting import, it seems like it runs into the wall a lot. This is an issue with these locks, and this seems like we run into the wall every time. But anyways, thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learning along with me about the engines. I'd love sometime, what I'd really love maybe in a future episode is to have an actual diesel mechanic or diesel, somebody, an A ganger or machinist mate or somebody to come on, and we can kind of talk about the diesel engines on these submarines, boats. That's something I'd like to see in the future. Maybe have my brother come on, and he can talk about his experiences on as an A-ganger on the submarines, fast attack submarines. But if you'd like to see something like that, feel free to leave a comment. Say, hey, yeah, that sounds like it might be something fun, something interesting. You guys take care. Please leave a like if you like the video. Leave a comment. And hope to see you next time. Have a good night. Have a good day. And talk to you guys later.